GBPUSD is currently dropping, but the real question is, why is the price selling? In this video, I'm going to show you the exactly price structures I saw on the higher time frame that made me expect the sell move on GBPUSD. Meanwhile, if you have not subscribed to this channel, kindly hit the subscribe button and hit the like button. Even drop your comments on what you expect on GBPUSD or what is your own fully thoughts on GBPUSD. So let's roll down to the video. I'm going to explain why GBPUSD is currently selling, and I'm going to break it down step by step and clearly so that you could understand what is currently happening on GBPUSD. You can see this is the monthly time frame. I will say welcome to my screen. So if you're a forex trader, see to all this video is for you. So you can see that GBPUSD on the monthly time frame, this is a very high demand zone at this point. You can see if you're a forex trader, if you're not a beginner, an advanced trader, you can know that this is a very strong demand zone that a lot of people will be looking at this demand zone at this supply zone. Sorry, this is a sell. This supply zone at this point, because you can see this is a very huge supply zone that a lot of retailers, institutional banks, and name it all the big sharks in this industry will be anticipating some sell off from this angle. So you can see that when we came to these demand zone structures, we saw some move on these demand zone structures. Honestly, before we were making some higher highs and higher lows on the monthly time frame. But I'm anticipating GBPUSD to reverse from this demand zone, because this is actually a very clear demand zone showing that GBPUSD is likely to move more lower to create more structures from higher highs to higher lows from these structures here. So we'll be rolling down to the weekly time frame. Even the monthly time frame, we've seen some sweep of liquidity. You can know that the basics is whenever you see some sweep of liquidity in a very key point, already know that there will be some move to the downside or to the upside wherever you see some sweep of liquidity. So we'll be going to the weekly time frame. Let's see more clearly what the structures are actually telling us. So this is the weekly time frame. So this is the weekly time frame here. This is the weekly time frame here. You can see on the weekly time frame, the market is actually giving us a structure called double bottom. Clearly, this double bottom is actually signifying that GBPUSD is currently going to the lower side. Sorry, my internet is breaking. The weather is pretty bad, so bear with me. So you can see that at this point we saw the double bottom that formed on GBPUSD pair. You can see the double bottom. You can see the double bottom clearly that is forming on GBPUSD pair here. You can see the double bottom that is forming on GBPUSD pair, showing us that GBPUSD is actually giving some reverse to the down to the lower side. And when you see this GBPUSD in this weekly time frame, we can also see the sweep of liquidity that we saw on the monthly time frame. We actually saw it on the weekly time frame. If you can see, this is a very clean sweep of liquidity that really formed on here. In this double bottom, this is actually showing us that the bearish is really taking over, taking out the bullish structures that were actually formed. So this has actually given us that we've seen this double bottom that formed on GBPUSD. This is a clear double bottom. If you really don't know what is double bottom, You can also drop your comment on this video and say you don't know what's double bottom. I can make another video and literally teach you what is the meaning of double bottom. So this is the double bottom that formed here. So let's go to the daily time frame and see what the daily time frame is currently having for us. You can see that we are actually doing what we call a top-down analysis. This is actually a clean top-down analysis. If you really don't know how to do your top-down analysis, watch this video as much as you can. This video is going to teach you a lot how to do your top-down analysis. So let's take out this, because this, as we've already used it on the weekly time frame, so there is no need having this again on our chart, so that our chart can be as clean as snow. So you can see that the daily time frame was actually making higher highs and higher lows at this point. You can see the daily time frame was making higher highs and higher lows at this market structure. But at the time when we get to the key levels on the weekly, the monthly time frame, you can actually anticipate that the little time frame, like the daily 4 hours and the rest, will actually turn structures to lower lows. So enough of these higher highs. So let's see what the structures are actually printing on the daily time frame. Remember, what we are anticipating is bearish momentum. You can see from this angle here, GBPUSD is actually making some structures, lower lows and some lower highs, lower lows and some lower highs. This actually shown us that the sellers are fully in control on this market, on GBPUSD. So this has actually shown us a very strong structures that GBPUSD is coming to the lower side. So let's still look for more conflict on this daily time frame, because you can see this is a daily time frame. So when we take our Fibonacci and calculate this whole move that has been forming on GBPUSD, we can calculate from the beginning of where the movement starts to the last low where the movement starts, and see wherever the market tests the 50 or 61 point retracement zone, know that automatically that the market will be forming some other structures, because it has already retested from that angle. So we've actually seen that this our Fibonacci here has actually done his work by coming to this 60 retracement zone and bouncing off from this zone. So what are we anticipating here is more sell-off. And when you look closely at this 50.60 retracement zone, there was an FVG here. There was another FVG here that the market actually used. You can see this fair value candle here that the market actually used, selling to the downside. And from this downside, you can see that we also have some sweep of liquidity before the market actually tends to go to the lower side. You remember on the monthly time frame we saw some sweep of liquidity. On the weekly time frame we also saw some extra sweep of liquidity. What is that showing us? The bearish are fully in control of these market structures. So you can see from here we've bounced to the downside. If we were meant to be continuing higher highs and higher lows, there was an inverse AVJ here. There was an AVJ here. There was an AVJ at this point here that the market respected. That the market respected before pushing to the higher side. That was this AVJ pushed the market to the higher side. So if we wanted to respect this these higher highs and higher lows, we would have respected this fair value candle here, pushing the market more to the higher side, maybe to break more structures, maybe like, for example, to break structures like higher lows, and we should see some more higher highs, continuation to higher highs, maybe give another retest before pushing to the upside. But now we are not anticipating pull to the upside, we are anticipating pull to the downside. at least to sweep up this liquidity at 1.3 thousand on GBPUSD. So from this angle now, we've actually known that GBPUSD is coming to the downside. So what are we going to be using of? We're going to be using this breaker block here. This is actually a breaker block. I myself, I always call it overlap candles, because this is actually an overlap candle showing if the market tends to go more lower, the market should respect this overlap candle here. Maybe one day in the future I will make another video about overlap candles and teach you beginners or even advanced traders what is the meaning of overlap candle and how to apply overlap candles on your trading. So from here we can see that GBPUSD is actually dropping more to the downside. So what are we going to be anticipating? More pulls to the downside. So that brings us bound to the lower structures, to the 4 hours time frame, to actually see what the market is doing. Let me clear up these arrows, because these arrows we've actually made use of it on the higher time frame. So as you can see now, this chart is more clearer. You can actually, even a newbie can actually define that these structures now is actually coming from, is going lower lows, is making lower lows and lower highs, another lower low, another lower highs here, another lower lows. If even a beginner has actually know that we are making some pull today from the higher side, we are coming to the downside. So you can see this is a top-down analysis and it's very clear and understandable. So now we've seen why we took this trade from this angle. I will still drop more screenshots so that you can see that I and my team actually took this trade. Well, this trade is still nothing. You can see we took this trade when this trade is nothing till when we got to our TP target. So when we came to this angle here, we actually know if GBPUSD can drop this huge to this downside, this little retracement here cannot just be the retracement that will give us the pull to the downside, because you can see when we came to this when GBPUSD actually retested to this pull structure, it did not just give a little retracement like this. So I and my team was actually anticipating more pulls to the upside before we can see some pulls to the downside. So we can see some structures to the downside, and where we were anticipating was this resistance point at this angle, because this resistance point was the resistance point that GBPUSD was actually bouncing off from this resistance one before we broke it, that turned it to resistance. You can see it even when GBPUSD came to retest it, there was a lot of retracing, showing that this is a very strong resistance point that is pulling GBP to the downside. So now we can see that GBPUSD is actually making lower lows and lower highs. For me, I'm going to still drop my analysis. I'm anticipating where GBP should come next. Our next target is at 1.3 thousand, like I said. And if we should calculate this move from this side, from this first pull, this third pull to this downside, we can actually see that GBPUSD actually tested this 60.50 retracement zone, like I told you before. If you don't know, still drop your comment, I'll teach you about it. So if we should take this Fibonacci from this place down, this pull came out from, let's look for where the 50.60 retracement zone is actually showing off again. We can see that it's actually showing in this resistance point here. And if we should look for clearly structures that this resistance point is showing, you can see clearly that we have this overlap candle that I told you on the daily time frame that presented itself right here. So if we want to be anticipating more pull to the downside to 3,000 to 1.3 thousand. We should anticipate GBPUSD to come right back to this zone. Maybe you can define your risk and know what you are willing to risk. For me, I will risk just above the 60 retracement zone. In case of GBPUSD wants to test the 60 retracement zone before coming to the downside. Like I said, we'll be targeting 1.3 thousand on GBPUSD. Well, this is my breakdown. We'll be anticipating some pulls. In case of we define our risk, we'll be keeping it slightly above here and targeting 1.3. So this is my breakdown on GBPUSD. I'm done with my forecasting and I'm done with my analysis. If you don't really have a platform that you are going to join, check on the bio. I'm going to keep our Telegram group in case of any time I say buy or sell on these currency pairs. So kindly like, subscribe to this channel, because this channel is all about helpful teaching beginners and also breaking down market structures and what market structures is doing. So let's anticipate if we see some sweep of liquidity from this first test here before we can see some, maybe let's see something like this that happened here. Let's still anticipate it at this zone here. So this is my breakdown on GBPUSD. It's me. I'm done with my forecasting. Don't forget to like and subscribe to DPIPS Academy. I love you and I'll see you in my next videos. Peace out.